are red. The carpets are green. The game is great, and the host is keen on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. I thank you, and welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here. Thank you. And a very perceptive viewer out there. Yes, indeed, the carpets are green, the walls are red. We thank Nola Ameling of Golden's Bridge, New York, for that opening poem. And now we're getting to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, load in the cards. We'll meet our players on Card Sharks. Hello there, Tony Piecer.
Hey, Jim.
Tony, nice to see you again. Now, when we met you before, you talked about you brew, you are a scientist, and you brew your own beer.
When I can get the recipe right.
I've been told that that is dangerous.
Well, there was one interesting occasion in Atlanta when I was awakened at 2 o'clock in the morning by this pounding noise in the living room where I was storing my beer. And I went out to find the place covered in glass. It was all over the place. It was interesting, particularly in Georgia, where it wasn't quite so legal at the time.
How did your neighbors enjoy it?
They love it.
Tony, you're the champion. You've had some tough cards. You get doubles of everything, but you still have $300. You feel confident today?
Jim, they could have been worse. I'm still here, and yes, I feel tremendously confident.
That's the way to feel. And our challenger, Barbara Collier. Hello, Barbara. Nice to see you again.
Nice to be back. Nice to be back.
And won't you again tell us about yourself?
Okay, I'm Barbara Collier. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm a nurse. Right now, I'm in school getting my master's so I can get an easier job, Monday through Friday with weekends and holidays off.
Sounds good.
Great.
And we've got a good match going. You each have one game and $100, so it all comes down to the tiebreaker. And so good luck to both of you. And of course, the players have the card shuffle. They cut the cards. Tony, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red deck. And Barbara, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue deck. And as you can see, with the tiebreaker, there are just 3 cards up there and 3 questions here. Someone's going to the money cards. As we left off, Tony, the question is going to you. Tony, we asked 100 bachelors, have you ever been so crazy about a woman that you kept on calling her even though she treated you like dirt?
Oh.
How many bachelors admitted they have?
Bachelors are all masochists, so they wouldn't be bachelors. Yes, it's a high number. 71.
I've heard that about husbands too, Tony. He says 71, Barbara. What do you think, higher or lower?
I think the bachelors will soon give up, but it's going to be lower.
You say lower.
It's going to be lower.
If it is lower, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Tony. And the actual number of bachelors who kept calling a woman even though she treated them like dirt is 42. It's lower, Barbara. You got it. Barbara, you start off with a 4.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it. And go higher.
Higher than a 4, she says, and a 6. Yes.
I'm going to go for it and go with yours and go higher.
If this is higher, we have a new champion. If it is not, Tony's still in it for the win. Higher than a 6. Barbara becomes the new champion on Card Sharks. Well, it took just one question to do it, Barbara. Tony, thank you so much. You are a delight.
I've done it my bachelor's, Jim, though, do I?
But the way you play cards, Tony, stay away from Las Vegas, all right? Tony Piecer. Thank you, Tony. Barbara, come on down here. Congratulations. Barbara's going to go for the big money with the money cards right after this commercial break. Back with our champion, Barbara Collier, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Going for the big money. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Barb. This is what it's all about. Chance to win some big money. Money cards all shuffled and cut. Janice will start dealing them out as we give you $200 on the bottom line and these 3 cards. Move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200, 3 more cards. Minimum bets, remember, are $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must risk at least half the money. Barbara, all set?
All set and
Good
ready.
luck. Here's $200. Remember, you can change your base card on each of the 3 levels if you need to. With $200, Barbara, you are starting with a 9.
Oh, please, change it.
Must play this one. Next card off the top of the deck is a 6. Well, it's a little better. $200 and a 6, Barbara.
$50 higher.
$50. That this card is higher than a 6. No, it's not. It's a 5. You must have had a premonition. You held back there. Nicely done. 150 and a 5, Barb.
Okay, I'm going to go 100 that this one is higher.
Let's get a biggie this time. $100. Higher than a 5. Yes, with a 10. $250.
Okay, $100 lower.
$100 lower than a 10. No, it's down to $150. Up goes the jack. We're going to give you the other $200 of betting money. You've got $350 now, Barbara. Do you want that jack?
Yes, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'm going to go all of it that it's lower.
All of it?
Yes.
The whole thing?
All of it.
Hope you're right, because if you're wrong, that's it. You won't play those other cards. Good luck, Barb. $350 lower than a jack. Yes, a 9. Wow. $700.
Okay. $100 lower.
You gave this one the evil eye. Didn't like this as much.
Yeah.
$100 lower than a 9. It is a 4. $800.
Okay. $500 higher.
$500 higher than a 4. Yes, for the queen. $1,300 and up goes the queen. Do you want it for the big bet?
All of it. I'm going to go for broke. All of it that is lower.
All of it? Playing the queen.
All of it that is lower.
You will have nothing or $2,600. If this is lower than a queen, $2,600. Way to go, Bob. You had good instincts.
Thank you.
Run down here. Very nicely done. And with the $200 in the game, Barbara Collier has $2,800. She'll meet a new challenger right after this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I gotta straighten myself out here. And we'll set up the 2 new decks of cards and meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Hello, Steve Rice. Welcome. Good to have you here.
Good to see you.
Why don't you tell us about yourself, sir?
Well, I'm 19. I live in Los Gatos, California, which is right near San Jose up in Northern California. I'm a sophomore at San Jose State University, majoring in accounting. I'm really into flying. I flew myself down here to be on the show today.
As a pilot yourself?
Yeah.
Terrific.
I enjoy duck hunting, and I shoot with the intercollegiate rifle team at San Jose State and fly with the intercollegiate flying team.
You're a very busy young gentleman. Have you cut the cards?
Yes, I have.
Then we are all set to go, Steve. You'll play the lower cards, the blue deck. Barbara, now the champion, plays the upper cards, the red deck. Maybe start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to you, Barbara. Barbara, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever told a man you were saving yourself for marriage just so you could get rid of him? How many women admitted they have?
I think a lot of women like to get rid of men, and that's a good excuse. So I'm going to say a large
That might
number.
tend to do it, Barbara. Yeah.
Yes, that will do it. I will say about 58.
58, Barbara. Higher or lower, Steve?
I haven't heard it, and a lot of my friends that I know are single haven't heard it either, so I'm going to have to go lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
They don't use that line anymore?
No, I haven't heard it.
Well, I guess I'm getting old. The actual number of single women who told a man they were saving themselves so they could get rid of him is 31. Steve, you're right, it's lower.
Yeah.
Steve, you start with a jack.
Oh, good card. I'll keep it and go lower.
Lower than a jack. Yes, Steve.
I'll freeze.
And we move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away. And that, of course, keeps Barbara away from her cards. Steve, we asked 100 married men. Have you ever rolled over in your sleep and pushed your wife out of bed? How many men said they have pushed their wife out of bed?
That could happen to men that aren't married, too.
I gathered that from the last question, Steve.
I'm going to have to say it's pretty high. I'll go 65.
65 men have pushed their wife out of bed, Barb.
Oh, no, I don't believe that. I'm going to go lower. Lower.
That doesn't happen very
No,
often.
it doesn't happen very often.
The actual number of married men who've accidentally pushed their wife out of bed is 17. Very much lower, Barbara. Barbara, your base card is a 2.
Very good. I'm going to keep it and go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 2. A 3.
Ooh, very good. Okay, but higher.
Higher than a 3. A 7.
I will freeze.
Barbara takes that 1 card advantage. Barbara, we found 100 newlywed men. Now, these men have been married less than a year. And we asked them, did you get a wedding present from someone that you never heard of? How many newlywed men said they did?
I'm sure the parents invited all of their friends, and they haven't heard of some of them, the men. I'm going to say it's kind of middle, about 45.
About 45 newlywed men said they got a present from someone they never heard of, Steve.
I think that happens quite frequently for the same reason, so I'm going to say it's even a little higher.
Higher. And the actual number of newlywed men who got a present from someone they never heard of is 36. Not higher, Barbara. 36, and Barbara with a 7. You won the question. Barbara, the 7 becomes a 10. A little better card.
Okay, I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a 10? Yes, a 9.
I'll freeze. Can't handle it.
And with a freeze, Barbara needs 1 card. Steve needs 3. We are at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Steve, we asked 100 married women. When you're in a restaurant, does your husband ever eat off of your plate? How many women said yes?
Well, I think there's a lot of sharing goes on, trying other things. So I think it's going to be pretty high. I'm going to say 70.
70 married women in a restaurant. The husband eats off their plate, Barb.
No, I think it might happen, but the women try to stop it, so I'm going to say lower.
Oh, you don't like that, huh?
I don't like it.
The actual number of married women whose husband eats off their plate when they're in a restaurant is 66, just a little lower, Barbara. Now, Barbara, you have a 9, you need 1 card. Steve has an 8, he needs 3. You've got control of the board. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'm going to play it and change the card.
You're going to play it yourself. Then this is a big change. Changing the 9 to a 7.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go with the odds and go higher.
It's sudden death, Barbara. If this is higher, you've won the game. If it is not, Steve wins the game. Someone wins on this turn of the cards. Higher than a 7? No, it's not higher. Steve wins game 1 in sudden death. So the challenger gets game 1 and $100. That's the chance you take when you decide to play it yourself. Janice, if you will, set up for game 2. Same 2 decks of cards, and here come the next cards off the top of the deck. Barbara, we asked 100 single women. If your mother wanted to fix you up with a blind date, and she said, he has a wonderful personality, would you refuse to go? How many women would refuse to go?
I think the single women would go just to give it a try because their mother arranged it. So I'm going to say...
How many
25,
would refuse to
25
go?
would refuse.
25 would refuse to go if Mom said he has a wonderful personality.
I'd be worried if somebody tried to set me up and said it had a good personality. So I'm going to have to say it's higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of single women who would not go on that blind date is 34. You're right, Steve. It's higher. Yes. That's one of the great lies. He has a wonderful personality. Steve, you've got an 8.
Oh, change it. Change it.
Changing the 8 to a 3.
Oh,
good change.
Card. Good card. Higher.
Higher than a 3. No, a 2. Oh, break for the champion. Barbara will play an 8.
Oh.
Can't change it. You did not win the question.
I'm going to go higher. Take a chance and go higher.
Higher than an 8. It is an 8.
Ooh, great. It has to be lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, a 5.
5. I'll freeze.
You'll freeze.
I'll freeze.
Barbara needs 2 cards to tie up the match, and as Janice fills in the spaces, Steve, we asked 100 housewives. If you saw a really nice lamp in your neighbor's trash can, would you pull it out of the trash and take it home? How many housewives said they would take the lamp home?
I don't think that would be a very high number at all. I'm going to have to say 20.
20.
Yeah.
What do you think, Barb? Higher or lower?
If it's really nice, I think they might consider it. A little higher.
Higher. The actual number of housewives who would take a lamp out of their neighbor's trash is 53. Very much higher, Barb. If it's nice, it's nice. Barb, you've got a 5.
Yes, may I change that, please?
You may indeed. Changing the 5 to... Oh, a 2.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 2. A jack.
I'm going to go for lower.
Lower. This is lower. You've tied up the match for the win. Yes! Barbara ties it up. And we're tied at 1-1. Let's set up quickly for the tiebreaker, ladies, if you will. Each player with 1 game and $100. 3 cards up there in the tiebreaker. And a question to you, Barbara. We asked 100 millionaires. Very simply, can money buy happiness? How many millionaires claim that money can buy happiness?
I'm sure by now the millionaires are aware that it doesn't. It just doesn't.
How many
I'm going to
said it
say
can?
that it can buy happiness.
Yes.
35.
35 millionaires said money can buy happiness, Steve.
I think it's got to be higher because, well, I just think it's got to be higher.
Well, the actual number of obviously happy millionaires who said money can buy happiness is 14, not higher, Barbara. And sure, it's easy for them to say. They got the money. Barbara, you start with a jack.
Jack, I'm going to keep it and go lower.
Lower than a jack? No, a king! Break for the challenger. Steve, you play a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. No, a 2. Oh. Neither player could advance. Question 2. And Steve, we asked 100 people in Plains, Georgia. Have you ever smoked marijuana? How many people in Plains, Georgia said yes, they have?
Oh, I think it's getting to be, a lot of people are trying it. They may not do it regularly, but I think it's going to be pretty high. I'll say 65.
65 people in Plains, Georgia have smoked marijuana, Barb.
Even though Georgia, I'm going to say it's a little higher.
Higher than that?
Yeah.
You two are very liberal. The actual number of people in Plains, Georgia who have smoked marijuana is 16. Not higher, Steve. Steve, you got a 5.
I'm going to change it.
And it's a big change with just 3 cards up here. The 5 becomes a king.
Good.
Lower than a king. Oh, no. Another king. Barbara with a jack. Call this one.
Lower?
Lower than a jack. No. An ace. My goodness, we are at sudden death in the tiebreaker. And the question to you, Barbara, we asked 100 people. Has anyone ever said to you, boy, you've got a big mouth? How many people said yes?
People have said that to me, so I'm going to go along with them. I think 57.
57 people have said, boy, or had someone say to the boy, you got a big mouth, Steve.
I think everybody hears it sooner or later. I think it's going to be higher than that.
Even higher. The actual number of people who have been told they have a big mouth is 63. Steve, it is higher. Now, Steve, with a king, you need 2 cards. Barbara with a jack needs 2. You've got control. Play it or pass it.
I'm going to play it myself, and I'll go lower.
You're going to play that king. Remember, one mistake, and Barbara goes to the money cards. Get them both, and you do. With a king. Lower? No! An ace! And Barbara wins it in sudden death. My goodness. Steve, tough cards, but you leave us with $100 and some nice party gifts. Thank you, Steve. Good luck in your studies.
Thank you. Have a good time.
Barbara, come on down here with me, and we'll be back with the money cards right after this. Congratulations. It surprised me. And Barbara, we want to give you a crack at the money cards. We're running out of time, so the cards have been dealt out in front of our audience. Good luck. Here's $200.
Thank you.
And once again, we can hope we can start you off with a good base card, Barb. With that $200, you have a jack. Do you want it?
Okay, I'm going to keep it, Jim, and go lower.
How much money?
Let's see. $100 lower.
$100 lower than a jack. No, a queen. Down to 100. We still have a ways to go, though, Barb.
Okay, $50 lower.
$50 lower than a queen. No, an ace. Look at those clubs. Now you've got a good card. Doggone it.
All of it, that is lower.
All right. $50 lower. Come on. What? But now, wait a minute. Now, you are not done yet, Barb, because still, it's a good card. 2 aces are gone. Here's $200 more betting money as we move up. You're back in the game with 4 cards to go, Barb.
With 2 aces gone, I'm going to go all of it, that is lower.
Can't be 3 in a row.
Can't
$200 lower than an
Can't
ace.
be.
Yes, a 6.
Great.
$400.
$100 higher.
How much?
$100 higher.
$100 higher than a 6. Yes, a 10. $500. $200 lower. $200 lower than a 10. It is an 8. Now you're cooking, Barb. $700 and up goes the 8. Do you want it?
May I change it, please?
Now I'd love to see another ace. Changing the 8 to a 7. Barb, you must bet at least half the money. You must bet at least $350. You have $700 and a 7. What's your big bet?
Half of it, that is higher.
All right, $350.
Yes, $350.
Higher than a 7. It is! And you got over 4 figures with $1,050, Barb. Good comeback after busting on that bottom level. Come on down here.
Did not treat me right.
No, but you came out okay. Listen, you're up to $4,050. That's not too bad, and we'll be right back right after this commercial break. Good comeback. Back with our champion, Barbara Collier. Well, Barb, you made a great comeback on those last 2 lines there. Congratulations.
Thank you. I needed that. Those cards were mean.
They're mean? No, you're a good player. Barbara will meet a new challenger when next we meet on Card Sharks. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye for now.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Flexalum Decor Blinds, lean, clean, and easy. The window covering that gives you the functional benefits, yet looks so attractive in fashion colors. Furnished by Flexalum Decor Blinds. And some of our contestants will receive Light and Easy, the lightweight iron from General Electric handles the same ironing jobs as a heavier iron. And St. Mary's luxurious bath fashions. Colorful towels with rugs and bath carpeting of 100% Dacron polyester. Soft, thick pile that's completely machine washable. And be everything you can be with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Skincare and glamour cosmetics presented to you in your home by trained beauty consultants. Mary Kay Cosmetics, Dallas, Texas. And a Popper and Jolly Time. The popcorn with the extraordinary taste the whole family loves. Pop's tender, crispy, and delicious. Jolly Time popcorn.
Picasso, Mondrian, Van Gogh, Bert.
Very good!
Yes! Draw your own conclusions. Win, lose, or draw. Coming up next on Game Show Network.
Bill Todman Productions.